UFC Fight Night Vancouver. Rainier de Rieder versus Brendan Allen is taking place this Saturday. It's not the best card, but it's a card nonetheless. We just have to wait another week for UFC 321, and that's a big one. That's going to be a big, juicy one. But we got RDR to see. I'm excited for RDR. Let's see if he can beat up another guy, which I think he will because I am picking him to beat Brendan Allen. It was supposed to be Anthony Hernandez, but Brendan Allen stepped in. Not on super duper short notice, but short notice nonetheless. And RDR, he fought Robert Whittaker 2 months ago in July, so he's fighting. And he's 35, so that's good. Get as many fights as you can before you start getting really old. 35 is not even super old. Okay, you can still fight at middleweight at 35, no problem. Look at Jared Cannonier. He's like 40. So, Brendan Allen, he's a main event with Brendan Allen in it in 2025 is not enticing. I'll say that. But I just think RDR is going to knee the fuck out of him. You know, if you zoom in on Brendan Allen, can we zoom in on Brendan Allen? Let's look at his tattoos real quick. He's got some tattoos of his daughter's feet. You see that? Can we get like a better picture? Look, okay, those are his children's feet that he tattooed on himself. Those are going to be targets for RDR's giant Dutchman knees. He's going to land those knees right where those tattoos are of his little daughters. And down goes Brendan fucking Allen. The most mediocre guy at middleweight is Brendan Allen. So many guys can beat Brendan Allen, but he's just had these fights where now he's like a top 10 guy. Marvin Vettori, easy win for him. But before that, lose to Hernandez, lose to Imavov. These were close fights, granted. You know, Brendan Allen did take a round off of Anthony Hernandez. He did take a round off of Nasruddin Imavov, and those were 3-round fights. I remember he was on a big win streak, beating Paul Craig. Beating Paul Craig by submission is really good. Split decision for Chris Curtis, not good. Andre Muniz, Christoph Jotko, Punahele Soriano, the guy that just beat Veretennikov. That's good. But still, he makes low IQ decisions. And Rainier de Ritter, he's only lost to one guy ever. A 21-2 record, only lost to one guy, a giant Anatoly Malikin that was beefed up on horse steroids. And he lost to him twice. Brendan Allen is not Anatoly Malikin. Anatoly Malikin, he's fighting at heavyweight now. He's fighting some black guy for some regional belt. I saw that. Brendan Allen is not an Anatoly Malikin. And this is going to be a 5-round fight. I'm not worried about Brendan Allen's cardio or anything like that. It's just Rainier de Ritter, he likes going to the ground. Look, the takedown average, he does more takedowns. He's not afraid to go to the ground. He's not afraid to go in the clinch. He's a dirty fighter. He fights in the pocket. He's not afraid of that. Brendan Allen, he's just standing there like a deer sometimes. A deer in headlights. Like that Imavov performance. He could have beat Imavov, but just so stupid. He could have beat Hernandez. Just very stupid guy when he's fighting more top tier caliber opponents. And RDR is a top tier caliber opponent. And yes, it is on short notice for him. He wasn't planning on Rainier de Ritter. But now he has to fight him. And I am going to give it to RDR. Okay, I know my past few main event predictions have been horrible. I did pick Ankalaev. I did pick Gamrot. I did pick Dominic Reyes. I did pick these guys, but I just don't see Brendan Allen winning. I just think RDR is going to drown him. Because if Brendan Allen wins this fight, what's he's ranked number 9. If he wins, he'll be in the top 5. Oh no. Imagine Brendan Allen in the top 5. Who would he fight then? DDP? Oh god. No, because I could see Brendan Allen beating DDP. I could see that. Oh, God. And then if he beats DDP, he could get a title shot. Fuck. Fuck. No, 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 no. That's not going to happen. It can't happen. It's impossible. Brendan Allen is going to lose this fight. All hail Reiner de Ritter. Co-main event. Kevin Holland versus Mike Malott. Now, Mike Malott has already lost to one skinny black guy before. Is he going to lose to another one? Mike Malott lost to Neil Magny. He then beat another black guy. What was his name? Trevin Giles. Then he beat... What was his name? Chris Radke? Last name Radke. The guy that got kneed by CP, Carlos Prates. So he's been on the comeback a little bit, but now he's fighting Kevin Holland. I am going to pick Mike Malott. Okay? I think Kevin Holland fights too much. And there is a bad thing in that, fighting too much, being too active. This is his 5th fight this year. That's too much. He fought RDR in the beginning of the year. And by the way, before the RDR fight, that's when he broke his ribs against Roman Dolidze. So he fought Roman Dolidze, RDR, Gunnar Nelson. He beat Gunnar Nelson. Vicente Luque. He beat Vicente Luque. Loses to D-Rod. And now he's fighting Mike Malott? It's too much. Mike Malott's more spaced out. And look, there's a reason why he's a -120 favorite. If Mike Malott loses this fight, I'm never picking him for anything ever again. If you lose to another skinny black guy, I'm going to fucking lose it. What would be next? Chidi Njokuani? Like, he's going to be like the next Chris Dawkins, just losing to black guys. You lose to Neil Magny. You lose to Kevin Holland. They're going to book you up against Chidi Njokuani. You're going to lose to him. And you're just going to lose to blacks. You can't lose to black. You're too good looking for that, man. You're losing to these black guys that look like they're homeless. And I know MMA Guru brought that up recently. Like, some of these black guys, they look homeless. It's true. Okay, not Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland doesn't look that homeless, but Neil Magny looks like a fucking homeless bum. He looks like a boat migrant. Like, he looks like one of those European boat migrants that are just invading Italy or Spain or Greece. Like, my God. Groom yourself. Chidi Njokuani looks like an African boat migrant. Kevin Holland, the same thing. You can't be losing to these guys when you look like an Abercrombie and Fitch model. You look like a male model. He's got good looks. A pretty white boy. I hated seeing you lose to Neil Magny. Seeing your fucking face like that. Just looking into the ceiling because you gassed out. You don't have the physique to be gassing out. Improve your fucking cardio. Rule 1 is cardio. Did you not watch Zombieland? Rule 1, cardio, cardio, cardio. You stupid fucking Canadian. Eh? You gotta beat Kevin Holland, eh? Go for the takedowns, eh? You got more takedown averages. You got more takedown accuracy. Oh my God, your reach. I didn't see that. Oh my God. No wonder. Holy shit. A 73-inch arm reach and you're 6'1"? What the fuck? You're like a T-Rex. You got little arms. Kevin Holland at 6'3" with an 81-inch arm reach. There are guys that are like 6'5", 6'6" that would love to have an 80-inch arm reach, 81-inch arm reach. You better take this fight on the ground, bro. Take this fight on the ground. Don't gas out. If this fight is on the feet, you're going to lose. Kevin Holland's still fast. And that reach, he's going to pop you with that jab. He's going to outstrike you. He's faster than you. And Mike Malott, he's more muscly. Like, his back, he is in good shape. And that's probably why he gassed out. Because he is very muscly. It's just that he's very pale. And so, when you're pale, the muscles, they don't really show out all that much. Because of the shadows. You don't have as much shadows because of your pale white skin. But I gotta go with Mike Malott. I can't pick Kevin Holland after 5 fights in 1 year. I just can't, okay? Next fight, Marlon Vera versus Amin Zahabi. Mira, puto. Tú tienes que ganarte esta pelea. Tu pinche pendejo chucha de tu madre, Marlon Chito Vera, puto pendejo. Tienes que ganarte eso. Tienes que ganar para todo Ecuador. Si se puede, puta de tu madre. Para todo Ecuador. I'm going with my fellow Ecuadorian, Marlon Chito Vera, de Manabí, Ecuador, de Chone. ¿No es cierto? De Chone. I think he's from Chone. Is he from Chone? No, where's he from? I'm pretty sure he's from Chone. Yeah, Chone. He's from Chone. Dude, I know where Chone is. I've been to Chone. Chone, Ecuador, puta de tu madre. Vamos, Chito. Tienes que ganar esta pelea. Okay? Tienes que ganar. Ayman Zahabi. Who's Ayman Zahabi beat? He beat Jose Aldo. That was Jose Aldo's retirement fight. A 39-year-old Jose Aldo. Oh, he's 37 versus 32. Marlon Vera, he looked like shit against Corey Sandhagen. Looks like shit against O'Malley. Shit against Rob Font. But he's got one hell of a chin. He's never been knocked out. It's going to be a 3-round fight. He's never been knocked out. He has knocked out people before. He knocked out Dominic Cruz, who was on the tail end of his career, so whatever. Knocked out Frankie Edgar, same thing, tail end of his career, but he's knocked out guys. He has the potential to knock you out, okay? He's got more reach. I'm going with Marlon Vera. I'm going with my fellow Ecuadorian, and now I know, I don't want bias to cloud my judgment. Like, I see these 10 losses. Yeah, he has 23 wins. 10 more wins than Ayman Zahabi. If Ayman Zahabi had an extra 10 more fights, maybe he would have more than 2 losses. Obviously, that would be the case. 10 losses is bad, but he's never been knocked out, and I don't think Ayman Zahabi can knock him out. I don't. Ayman Zahabi also doesn't do takedowns. I have to go with Marlon Vera. I can't go with Ayman Zahabi. Ayman Zahabi's record doesn't look all that impressive, okay? Manon Fiorot versus Jasmine Jasudavicius. A Lithuanian-Canadian. I'm pretty sure she's Lithuanian. With a name like that, Jasudavicius? I think that's Lithuanian. I'm going with Manon Fiorot. Minus 200 favorite. I go with the women who are the favorites. Hasn't failed me yet. She didn't look all that great against Shevchenko, but that's Shevchenko we're talking about. Remember, she beat Erin Blanchfield, okay? She beat Erin Blanchfield, and I consider Erin Blanchfield to be really good. A good wrestler, good grappler. And Blanchfield, she's got that mean mug. She looks like a man. She looks like me. Erin Blanchfield looks like me if I was a woman. Does she not? She's got that Blanche face because she's Blanchfield. Okay, that picture maybe not. But like, if I was a woman and I grew my hair out like that, look at that face, okay? Don't I kind of look like Erin Blanchfield? I've got like the same kind of phenotype, same eye color, same nose. I don't have the busted up cauliflower ears, but Erin Blanchfield, she's good, and Manon Fiorot beat that bitch. So I'm going with Manon Fiorot. So yeah, next fight, this is where we get the shitter fights. Cody Gibson versus Aori Archilang from Inner Mongolia. He's a Mongolian. The Chinese, they can't even get their own guys. They can't even get the Han Chinese to fight their fights. They got to get Mongolians. They got to get Tibetans. They got to get guys from Xinjiang. There's some, Song Yadong, Zhang Mingyang, but Mongolian dude. Shitter versus shitter. They're both shitters. Cody Gibson's the favorite. I'm just going to go with Cody Gibson. Right? USA versus China. Please win this, Cody. He has a better KD ratio, I guess you want to say. Win-loss ratio. More takedowns for Cody. But he's 38. That's not good. Being 38 at bantamweight is not good at all. Should I go with Cody or should I just go with this weird name guy? Fuck. I don't like his phenotype. He looks too skinny and slim. I'm going to go with Cody. Next fight, Kyle Nelson versus Matt Frevola. This is interesting. Ish. Shitter versus shitter. Pick'em fight. 5'11 versus 5'9. Same reach. Same age. At lightweight. I'm going with Kyle Nelson. I think this is going to go to decision. 3-round fight. If it's going to go to decision, they're going to give it to the guy with the maple leaf flag next to his name. They're going to give it to the Canadian guy. They just are. That's how these things work. Unless it's a complete dominant performance from Matt Frevola. Don't really see it happening. Kyle Nelson's got the bald Viking phenotype. Matt Frevola with his weird dreads and this ugly little man bun. Looking like a Portland liberal. I fucking hate the man buns. Just get rid of them. Horrible hairstylage choice. I'm going to go with the guy that looks more violent. And that looks like Kyle Nelson. So we're picking Kyle Nelson. Charles Jourdain versus Davy Grant. I don't like Charles Jourdain. I don't like his past few fights. I don't like his frame. I also don't like Davy Grant's frame, but Davy Grant just beat up Damone Blackshear, right? He just beat him up recently too. I'm gonna go with Davy Grant. He's gonna be my underdog this fight. He's gonna be my underdog for tonight. Davy Grant, Charles Jourdain, his brother got signed in. Yeah, I know it's Canada. I'm sticking with Davy Grant. Okay. Bruno Silva versus Hyung-Sung Park. I'm going with Hyung-Sung Park. Bruno Silva sucks ass. He sucks so much dick. Hyung-Sung Park loses to Tatsuro Taira. Okay, it was a short notice fight, wasn't it? Taira was supposed to fight somebody else, but he comes in very fast. Doesn't really take a lot of damage, just gets choked out. I'm going to go with Hyung-Sung Park. I can't pick Bruno Silva. It's a shitter. Danny Barlow versus Jordan Santos. I'm going Danny Barlow. Minus 300 favorite. Got to be a 300 favorite for a reason. And he beat Nikolai Veretennikov. So, Nikolai Veretennikov, not the best fighter himself, but he's got the OV at the end of his name. Jordan Santos, he's still got the Contender Series gloves. Did he fight in this year's Contender Series? When? No, yeah, fought last year. Because I don't remember seeing him this year. So, and you know, I haven't been paying attention to the Contender Series previous years. This was the year that I paid the most attention to the Contender Series. So, yeah, we're going to go with Danny Barlow. Kyle Prepolek versus Drew Dober. Wow, what a shitter fight. Drew Dober loses his last 3 fights in a row, and yet he is still a minus 550 favorite. You know why? You know why Kyle Prepolek sucks so much ass? Because he has not won a single fight in the UFC. I'm going with Dober. I'm going with the Crimson Chin. The guy who steals his opponent's wife from Germany. I'm going with this motherfucker. Okay, Drew Dober. He's got the Dober chin. The Giga Chad chin. Stephanie Luciano versus Ravenna Oliveira. I'm going with Luciano. Minus 300 favorite. Do I give a fuck about this one? No. Azamat Bakoyev. Whoa. Why is Azamat Bakoyev so low? Why is he the second fight in this card? Versus Yusri Belgouri, the Dutch kickboxer that fought Alex Pereira twice and lost to him. Azamat Bakoyev minus 300 favorite. But look at this. 6 foot versus 6'5". Is that going to make a difference? No, it's not. Because Azamat Bakoyev is just going to take him down. Takedown average is 0 versus 2.5. I don't care if you're 6'5", you're going to get taken down. You're a kickboxer. You fought in the Contender Series, but you haven't fought since. Of last year, by the way. Nah, man. Azamat Bakoyev's going to beat you. Knocked out Ryan Loder, knocked out that other fucking fraud. Was supposed to fight Torres Finney, but Finney fucked off. I'm going with Bakoyev. And then last one. Who? Melissa Croden versus Tainara Lisboa. I'm just going to go with Lisboa. Brazilian versus Canadian. I looked at Melissa Croden's picture. White Canadian bitch. I think Brazil has a better fight culture than white Canadians do, especially for women, so I'm going to go with Lisboa, even though she's not the favorite. Those are my picks. Those are my picks. UFC Fight Night, DeRidder versus Allen. Fuck this card. We're going to watch it, though. Subscribe to my channel, motherfuckers. Peace out, bitch.